welcome in. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope everyone's having a good one. I know I am because I get to spend it with these lovely, lovely men below me here. So happy to be here with all of you guys. So, for announcements real quick before we roll into things. Unfortunately, I was having some issues with my video encoder, and when I tried to export last week's D&D video, it got all fucked up the last 3 times I tried. So I downloaded a different version of the file, re-edited everything in a completely new thing, and we'll be exporting that tomorrow and uploading it sometime this week. I will keep you posted on that. Super sorry about that. But you know, shit happens sometimes when you use technology, but I'll be right back on that as soon as I can. Other than that, I believe it is July 25th. We have an official locked in date for our Homebrew Homestead one-shot with our new very special guest DM, Nerd Hala, who has guested with us before, but never in the DM seat, and it's the first time I've ever stepped out of it myself, so I'm very excited for that. We hope to see you all there. We will be playing ourselves. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be wacky. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be fun. We'll be posting the time that's going to happen once we figure it out in the Discord, so keep an eye out for that. That is it for me. So, ouch, how dare you fuck bunny kick me while I'm doing my intro. Sorry, I was petting his belly too much, apparently. He only likes it a little bit. But I'm going to open the floor to the homies below me here and let them introduce themselves. Starting with Ryan today. Let's go with Ryan because you got the heart glasses on.
Oh, you stop it, you babies. Life is going as normal. Kicking it with the WoW. We just had our Sunday draw, which was lovely. Every Sunday we're doing a little draw session. And other than that, your boys just kind of leaning into things as they come. So come on by.
Love that.
Who knows what's going to happen?
I'm going to do a little Rye command here. There we go. There, everyone go show some love to Ryan over at the little purple house on the hill. It overlooks the homestead. He's watching us at all times. You can kind of feel it, actually. There's always like hair on the back of your neck going up because someone's watching you. It's just fucking Ryan. Speaking of homies who be watching me all the time, JTB, what's up, homie? Goes back to the joke that you and Aves have secret cameras in my house.
Ah, yes, the secret camera bit.
They mailed them to me and I put them there.
That's how they got
That's how
in
we
here.
did it.
Damn
Yeah,
it.
That's how we got it done.
I can't trust anybody.
All right, yeah. So I listen. Work been beating my ass, kinda. The heat. I work in a warehouse that has no air conditioning. It's been fucking shitty, dog.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So you know, I'll get. Hopefully, when I get home, I'm not feeling dead, and maybe I can throw up a stream. I've been playing Risk of Rain too, so maybe that's something I try to stream.
Hell yeah.
It could go incredibly poorly, but fuck it.
It'll be fun, but fuck it. You know, sometimes you just gotta roll into those. I've had those games myself.
It's July now.
Yeah, we're not butt fucking anything. It's not Pride anymore. Get it together, bro. Okay, moving along to Kieran. Sorry to follow butt fucking with you, but here we are. What's up, buddy?
Not much. Just taking things easy at the moment. You can see me here for a few Mondays at least. A few more Mondays.
We got them for at least 3 more, everybody, after this. We're keeping them. Well, everyone go show some love. Apparently my Kirin command still isn't working. Or, it only does it once when you first show up in chat. That makes sense. Everyone go show some love to Kirin, everyone over there. And finally, Chris, any words of wisdom to say or share with the people?
Yeah, if lesbians drive Subarus, what kind of car does a non-binary person drive? They don't care as long as it gets them there.
It was good. I like that. That was tasteful. I respect it. Well done. Well played. Well played. Small round of applause. We love that.
Thanks.
Well done. Well done.
I'll be here all forever.
True. You're stuck here in New Brunswick now. It doesn't let anybody go once you've been here. But either way, thank you everyone in chat who's here today. Thank you, everyone who's here, everyone who participated in the hype train. I appreciate you, Pelicanon, with the subby. I was a dryad, so if I appreciate you, Ryan, with the raid, Citrus with the follow, Kieran with the resub, Pelicanon with the follow earlier. I appreciate all of you so much. Thank you for being here. Quinn, is that Patrick's clapping ass? It is. Nice. Respect it. All right. Well, moving on from the clapping ass cheeks of Patrick the Starfish, I think it's time we get into today's D&D session. Chowder, you're so cute, but I'm really trying to focus right now. He's just...
Up.
You got
hold him up and give him a little wiggle. No, not like that. I want to see his booty sway side to side. Yes.
That's my boy. He got a new cat tree today, and he's still choosing to sleep just on my desk. Just on my desk. It's just no D&D. No D&D, just cat stream. We could do it. We could make that happen. But getting back into it. Last session, when we left off, the party returned from their long journey into the swamps of the Festerwood Forest and finally returned to their newly renovated and refurbished home. You found the old aging facade completely redone with new stone and fresh mortar. You were greeted by a new front doors, not the same as the one you left behind. And you each found all of your living quarters had improved significantly, but were still very much the way you had expected to find them. You also had the addition of a new, for lack of a better term, jacuzzi installed in what was formerly your servants' quarters, because you don't have those anymore. Instead, you have about a 10-foot radius hot tub for you and all your adventuring companions to share when you need it. Some of you partook of the warm waters within, while others of you decided to Dusty, who fell asleep in the hot tub, exactly. The rest of you prepared a feast for your new guests, the hag, the troll, and the 10 children that came with them. You intended to introduce Ashlyn and Olga to the hag, and you all sat down for a lovely meal together after waking up Dusty, of course. The evening progressed. Introductions were made. Ice was broken, and by the end of the feast, you all find yourself full and satisfied. Though Xechas, your thoughts, of course, kind of wander back to the workshop throughout the meal as you wait for the opportune and polite moment to politely step away. You feel things beginning to wind to a close. And if anyone has any last things they'd like to say to anybody around the table, now is your chance to do so before we move on.
No, can I Irish exit?
You want to stealth check out of the room?
Xechas is overwhelmed by all the fucking kids and the troll and the hag and the fucking noise, and yeah, he's out.
You roll me an overstimulation now. Just go ahead, stealth check out of there.
Okay.
With advantage, because everyone is distracted by the feast.
I have advantage from my armor.
At all true.
Times.
I'd say with a 23, no one's passive perception is going to notice that. 27. Xechas, eventually, you guys kind of look while you jump between conversations at the table. You realize the seat where Xechas had once resided is now empty, and his glass of wine is about half drunk. You said you partook in a couple sips, but plate still as empty as it was originally, and Xechas nowhere to be found. What are the rest of you doing?
Well, me and Dusty are eating, and everyone's kind of got their merriment going about. I would probably go into my coat and pull out the letter that was given to me at the tavern, and just kind of underneath the table next to Dusty, and just kind of be like, I got this at the tavern. Unfold that and kind of look at it.
Okay.
From the keep?
Yeah, he kind of slipped it to me under the really nonchalant like, so I'm just kind of trying to read it while looking as like kind of nonchalant as possible, but it's very obvious. Just kind of
All right. He's gonna reach down and kind of pull it over a little more.
Okay.
Are we reading it here, or you want me to take this? What?
Well, let's just read it. Yeah, we'll read it quiet to ourselves. Let's just make sure. Just gonna peruse it real quick and make sure there's not anything pressing, like they're coming for you now.
No. Okay. As you look, you notice it is a folded piece of paper with a plain wax seal. There's no emmarcation or anything within it. It is just a plain wax seal that proves to you that it has not been opened yet. Oh, blister. Ow, that hurt.
Oh.
Sorry, I went down to scratch a bug bite and there was a blister on the back of my foot.
Oh.
Anyway, it's fine. New shoes. We'll get used to it. But you pry open the wax seal and you see a hastily written note that's only just a couple sentences long. It says, writing on behalf of Sylvi Morderas, I was told you need my assistance, have been waylaid, find me in Stormtide. Signed, Mathayu.
Amazing. I kind of look at Dusty for a moment. I just kind of shrug and fold it back up, put it in my jacket. All right.
Well, suppose that's next order of business after.
P.S. No rush.
Right. First, we have to make sure everyone's happy. And I'm just gonna kind of sit up and look around and make sure everyone's got all their food done and everyone's looking happy.
The kids look full, satisfied, well fed for probably the first time in a while. Not that they were eating poorly at Thera's home in the swamp, but the Festerwood doesn't offer a whole lot of edibles that kids are going to enjoy apart from the occasional like swamp possum or something. Thank you for the lurk, Pelican. I appreciate it. So you see them all going for seconds, thirds, eating their fill and then some. Goombabad the troll has fallen asleep with his head in a bowl of the stew that you I don't want to say prepared, but you just straight up hit my can. We're good. That you just straight up took from the inn after purchasing it and flying it back here, and he's like asleep in the stew, but half of his nose and mouth are sticking out and he's like blowing bubbles in the stew as he is breathing. You see Thera in conversation with Ashlyn and Olga is like flicking peas at Goombabad and bouncing them off his head into his stew bowl as you sit there, and she's like, 1, 2, 1.
Somebody
2.
make sure he doesn't drown.
Oh my goodness, right,
You
of
should
course.
see the
and
bubbles are like blop. Blop.
I'm gonna kind of go over and just sort of bring his head up and then over. Thud.
Onto the table. Does not wake at all. Thera kind of looks over. He's had a long journey. She kind of gives him a pat on his head. No, he's just tired. He's been taking care of children for the last month.
Oh, that'll do it. Yeah, I bet.
It's exhausting.
The kids, and I look over, do they all look like they're like pretty much ready for bed?
Yeah, some are like half leaning over. You see the youngest has kind of formed a little trebuchet just by like catapulting a spoon back in her hand, holding it back. She's also flicking peas at Goombabad along with Olga. But the rest of the kids seem pretty well fed, like ready for bed at this point. You've kind of feasted into the later hours of the evening.
Gustav will be sitting at the table, taking his share of the food, mostly the drinks though, and in his head he's thinking, what was the recipe again for my booze? Do I have the right ingredients? How long is it gonna take before I refill my stock?
It's gonna be a while. You gotta ferment alcohol. It is not a slow or a quick process, and it takes a decent amount of time. But you can definitely restock with some work and effort on the road. Road fermenting is slightly more difficult. Just carrying a keg around at all times makes life a little challenging, but
What wonder keg? The wonder keg.
the wonder keg, it's not within or not without the realm of possibility that you could get
Wonder
a fresh
keg
batch
powers.
going
Activate.
before you leave the house in a couple days with what you already had going. But
Don't we also have a pretty substantial stockpile left still? Of
You have a
wine
lot
and
of-
various things downstairs.
you have a lot of wine, not a lot of hard liquor. Saul was not a hard liquor consumer, but very into fancy wines. But you probably have a bottle of whiskey or two down there that he kept for special occasions, I would say.
Well, we have one less now. There's a Gustav.
Oh yeah, he broke your bottle.
Sorry about that.
Hey, don't worry. Hey, and I'm gonna look at you and be like, we owe you.
As
Do you
you
need
said,
a-
Dusty's still just like,
I'm looking over at the beautiful, wonderful hag, and I'm just gonna say, if you wouldn't mind, I can help bring the kids to bed. And I'm just going to sweep my hands in front of me, and the dust in the air is all gonna kind of just start to spark, and giant badgers, about the size of, I say, a dog, big old fluffy bastards. They're just gonna boop, 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 boop. 8 of them just in front of me, and I need a hand.
Couple of them can double up. You see the kids all now kind of seeing something just materialize out of nothing, all kind of awaken from the semi-food coma they had found themselves in, and are all very excited by the prospect of riding a giant badger back to their home, or the place of current residence. We'll see what happens there, but
And guys, and everybody here, just one little thing. Very, very strange trick about giant fuzzy badgers, the fuzzy variety in particular. If you take them one ride around the house each, one, they fall asleep better. So if you could help me out, that would be just great. You got to go real slow and kind of do a lullaby to them real calm. It'd be nice. If you could help me out there, each of you, that'd be great. Yes?
yeah. And all the kids kind of echo together, all enthusiastic about getting to ride the badger around the house. You see the badgers all kind of looking at you with raised eyebrows as you deliver these instructions, but they get the idea. You see them begin to slow as each kid kind of mounts up, and a couple of them double up to make room. You see them kind of just begin waddling their way slowly towards the door, eventually exiting and making their way around the soft blue glow that surrounds your estate, I guess I should say, here on the coast of Rooks Bay. And you hear just the thunk, 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 thunk as the badgers make their way outside, out the front door. You see Thera kind of look over. Army of badgers. Got it. Come on, big guy. And she gives Goombabad a smack with her kind of long claw-like hand. Sorry, that voice hurt my throat. And he kind of opens his eyes real wide. There's just stew and like peas and a little bit of meat just flattened to the side of his face. Come on, big fella. And she kind of gestures him to the door. He kind of slumbles his way over. Slumbles isn't a word, but it is what I would use
I
to
like
it is
it
now,
describe.
though.
motherfucker.
It is now. I
Oh,
made
that
it a
is
word.
so like
Slumbles is
Tolkien
Slip and
style.
I was gonna say,
stumble.
yep.
Slumble.
He was slip and stumbling. Yes, he slumbles
Oxford,
his way.
I have a new word. Put it in the dictionary.
There we go. Need to raise the seat. There we go.
I love that.
So-
That is such a Tolkien style thing to do. Like that is like,
slumbles
oh
his
my
way
god.
over. He kind of makes his way outside. Thera looks to Ashlyn and Olga. She says, I like you two together. And she just kind of turns her chair, offers a final word
Oh.
of goodbye, and floats her wheelchair on past you and stops next to you. Thank you. It's been a while since I had a nice place to stay. But I do miss the smell of the swamp sometimes. And she makes her way past you back to the front door, and out into the snowy, or slightly less snowy. I guess we've started spring at this point, so just a couple late spring or early spring snowflakes still falling, but They all make their way out of the house. Eventually, you kind of hear the badgers come back around the other side and make their way back towards the other home as well. You hear some of the kids already beginning to doze off a little on their way. And then it is left just you, Ashlyn, Olga, and Dusty, and Gustav here in the main room. Ashlyn puts a hand on her belly for a second. She says, well, that was nice. Hag and a troll is interesting house guest. Can't say we've ever had one of those before, but
And she's
Yeah.
the real deal.
Seems-
Getting on her good side is the good thing. Trust.
she seems friendly for the swamp witch. But hey, surprises every day, right?
Mm-hmm. Especially around here.
I think the more surprising fact this new Sault, probably the more surprising thing to me, but
That is a bit of an
Yeah,
interesting
it
little
is,
tidbit.
had his hands in a lot of honeypots, I guess.
Well, if he was able to build a place like this, probably a pretty industrious fellow, made a lot of connections along the way. Imagine he spent quite a bit of time here. Hi, Chowder, my sweet.
I know you don't normally like to fuck around in the basement at all, especially with your condition being as it is currently.
Yeah. She looks down and just kind of stares for a moment.
I do feel like it's important to let you know, because you live here, there is a cave now. We did get that figured out. The cave already had a dragon.
Like
Albeit
an
dead?
Okay, that's an important detail.
And a temple. Or some
Who
kind
said
of
dragon?
altar.
Okay. Did you know
Yeah.
that when you got the place?
No.
Oh. Well, I mean,
And there aren't that many witnesses anymore, so we're good.
oh. Couldn't see much.
Interns come and go.
I'm not sure what that means, but I'll take your word for it. Olga and I walked past a couple times, and all we could see was the big tent. Wasn't much to look
Did a
at.
good job of hiding it.
We did
Little
hear a really
surprise.
shrill, high-pitched scream at one point, but
Oh,
Well,
that probably was when they
Must
one
have
of the
been the
first.
wind.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
definitely feel like it was likely one of the kobolds falling to their death. Do not
Right.
nibble on my hand.
Alright.
I swear to give me
But
this. Give me this. Cuddle privilege is revoked.
at the end of the day,
Nar.
it's
Nar.
something that we're dealing with actively, and it's not something that we're shooing away quite. And I'm looking over at Dusty, but hey, your baby might be born a dragon god. Who knows?
What?
I don't know.
I don't think that's
silver
happening.
linings.
No,
Okay,
I
good.
don't think
That's
that's
not
going to be the
happening.
case.
The thought crossed my mind.
I mean, I was
not gonna lie.
hoping for a girl, but dragon god sounds fun. I guess.
Yeah. I don't want to, pigeonhole their career right out the go, but
Yeah, it's a lot. That's
the
a
way
lot of
that-
pressure for like a baby.
Well, burn that bridge when we get to that bridge. Dragon bridge.
Dragon breath on the either
Oh.
way. I hope that's not the case.
Also, I'm not sure how likely it is because you didn't meet him.
Who?
But I don't know if he'll be coming up very often. He doesn't like the sun. We have a little kobold buddy who came back,
Yes.
swore
Like-
fealty to me.
You have you just take that back. You have a kobold that has sworn fealty to you?
Yeah, I highly doubt he actually comes up. I don't know. This place is pretty sealed, so he
I
might check
bribed
it
him
out.
with liquor.
I mean, that works on me.
Yeah.
Well, then he saw.
Oh no,
Violet.
we were married when this happened, but that's fine.
fair. He saw Violet, and now he's just kind of interested in following me. So
Yeah.
here we are, and I doubt we're getting him out of here now. He saw the shrine down, so.
And I think in that regard, I think there could be some use there. I don't know exactly, but I really think he's gonna fall into a place. His puzzle piece will be found. I'm sure of it.
Or it's just gonna fall.
Or he'll die. Yeah, that could happen too.
I don't know. That toilet Zeos made seemed real stout, so I ain't too worried about that.
I've totally
That's the best thing I've ever
forgot
done in D&D.
in the recap that you made a kobold outhouse mechanism.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they did.
that was a
Sure
highlight.
did.
That was a real highlight of last week.
Rolled good on it too, if I remember.
Very good. Is the most pristine shitter that has ever been built on Varosia.
Mhm.
Well, we've all seen what the alcohol did to him, so yeah, just
I
don't
think
let
it'll
him
be
drink
good.
near the edges.
Right. Yeah, we'll have rules about the liquor, when and where. It's a good idea. That's good. All right.
Well, I, hadn't planned on raising a child with a lumberjack, a bunch of adventurers, a troll, a hag, and a kobold cultist.
Aunts and uncles.
But hey, takes a village, I guess.
Sure does.
I'm kind of full. I'm gonna go to bed. Are you gonna blow anything up down there before I go to bed? Do I need to be? What? You're not there, don't you not, motherfucker?
No, as far as I know, everything should be fine. I do need to go check on him, make sure everything's good, that he's still alive.
Now, who's still alive? When did that motherfucker leave?
Roll me a perception check.
What the hell?
Anyone who's there and wants to.
Oh yeah, no. When the fuck did he leave?
Okay. But Carl, you're just completely lost. Dusty,
The hell?
you do remember him going off into the spa with Violet at one point, but Gustav, as you kind of sitting there listening to this conversation, you kind of clue into the sound of something eating. Sounds like a dog eating out of a bowl under the table, and as you kind of look under the tabletop, you do see Gum Gum, who seemingly snuck his way up after you, just eating a bowl of thick, heavy old stew with his bare hand, and just
I just give him a spoon and a napkin.
Gum Gum takes the napkin, tucks it in his shirt, and keeps fucking just shoveling food in him. You all notice Gustav shuffling around under the table.
I think without looking, without anything, Dusty just reaches under the table and slaps up real fucking hard.
Just on the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
You hear, after your impact of your hand on the table, you hear gunk as he jumps and hits his head on the bottom of the table below. And Gum Gum takes...
You're gonna fucking kill him.
It's okay, he has an actual sheet now. I made him an actual character. He takes 1 point of bludgeoning damage as he conks his head into the table so hard the glasses on top, some of them fall over.
Oh!
Well,
Yep.
Look at him.
He's just rubbing the top
like
of
a
his head.
civilized individual.
No one
Got a
put
napkin
table
on.
a chair for Gum Gum. Didn't want to intrude.
He
There's
thinks
so
he's
many
people.
open ones now.
And Gum Gum was already eating.
Okay, well, don't eat it all, because I gotta take some of that down there. She's gotta eat too.
He looks down at the ground where he has spilled his bowl of stew because you scared him so bad that when he hit his head, he dropped it. And he's like, Gum Gum, replace bowl.
All right.
Come
You
here.
know what? You can come down with me. Help me carry this fucking pot, whatever's left down there.
Okay. He scurries out from under the table. You all see Gum Gum, but there's a little bit of a goose egg on the middle part of his head between his ears. He climbs up on the table and goes to lift the stew pot and cannot move it. He
I'll
gets it.
help
He
him.
kind of shuffles it
I
a bit,
just-
but it's as big as he is basically at that point.
Just walk over and grab it. Just support from the bottom.
come stands right under it and just puts it on his head while you're carrying it. You guys make your way downstairs to feed Violet, Vitekarl, and Gustav. You're the last two remaining at the table, as Ashlyn and Olga show themselves out as well.
I'm gonna go to our bedroom, me and Dusty's, and I'm gonna go there. Whoop up.
You're gonna go
I
food
would've
coma away in the
most
bedroom.
likely followed Dusty and Gum Gum.
Okay. You make your way back down to the basement, all of you together. While you all do that, and Vitekarl retires to his bedroom. Xechas, what are you getting up to in your workshop?
Yeah, so Xechas, being the antisocial former person that he is urging to get his little buddy back.
That's true.
And it's kind of all he's been able to think about. So he's just going to take out the blueprint that he made for the armor for him, and the ice method head. And he has some ideas. He's going to try to rebuild Smith, but with an ice method head.
Funny little elemental head on there. For flavor,
Yep.
allow the head to remain. I don't see why you couldn't mount it on your little guy. So as you begin kind of working in your workshop, I will say it'll take you extra time. So roll me a d6.
Okay.
Okay. So Homunculus Servant is an action to cast, or is there a time on that? I've never actually used that spell.
Technically an action, but I mean,
Okay,
I'm
so
putting
it will take you
things on him. Like I want to forge pieces of armor for him.
Yeah,
Essentially,
it will take you 2 hours and 6 seconds for your one
Perfect.
action. So you get the forge up and roaring and ready to go. You begin forging the pieces together as you begin weaving the magic into your creation, where normally this is a quick and easy spell. You're trying to take it beyond what it normally would be capable of. So I would say, first of all, roll me a Tinkerer's Tools check using your intelligence as a modifier, please, with your proficiency. I want pizza, Kayla. Bring pizza for all of us. Pizza sound good. Stuffed crust.
Expertise, so add 6 to this.
Okay. 21.
21.
Very good, very good. You begin working and weaving the magic into your creation, seeing it first like the inner, for lack of a better term, skeleton take shape. And then you begin piecing the armor onto the outside and forming yourself a suit for Smith that looks almost like your jacket in a way. It kind of has the weaving of the arcane, not wiring per se, but like these kind of patterns that weave their way across the plating.
Runes.
Yes, that as well. And then as you finally at the end of this 2-hour long process mount the ice method head, you give it like a and screw it into place with the bolt you've managed to affix to the bottom. And you have yourself, okay, Mr. Moving my mouse with your foot. You have yourself a homunculus servant with this funny kind of semi-melted but in one piece ice method head on there with a couple just random little chunks missing, but you have yourself a fully functional homunculus servant once more.
And I built him around the same amethyst.
Yep,
that
still
he
with
was
the
built around
gem
before.
or the scale from Violet in there, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
Okay, love that.
And we have Smith 2.0.
Okay. And as your spell finishes, you kind of see this little guy just there on the desk. You kind of give him a tap. Nothing happens. You give him a little dink dink on the gem, and you see the purple light and kind of fill those veins of arcane rune that flow over the outer shell of your creation. You hear gears beginning to whir to life on the inside, not entirely dissimilar to how you yourself sound. And then you see the eyes flash open in this bright, glowing blue that you've grown so accustomed to in your time working with Smith. And he kind of just focuses, looks around on you, and nods up at you.
Hello, little friend. It's good to have you back.
Gives you a little salute.
Seems like Seems like you haven't missed a beat. See, do you remember how to fly and everything?
You see him kind of hunker down, and then there's a little sputter beneath his feet, and he takes off into the sky and does a quick loop around you, lands, and gives you another salute.
Fantastic. Does it seem like the armor enchantment has increased his speed a little bit?
Seems
That
a
was
little
the goal.
zippier with the 2 hours of effort you put into it and the extra enchanting. He seems a little faster than the previous version. Say add 10
Nice.
feet of movement to his movement speed, please.
Beautiful. I can't actually customize that in the extras.
Just-
That's not something
We'll just
customizable. but
remember
yeah.
he's got 10 extra feet. I can also make a homebrew sheet for him like I did for Violet. But that
I'll
takes
just put a
extra
note.
time. We can just remember 10 feet extra movement speed. Save me the trouble. I love it. Hi, Chowder. This is my desk. God. You're muted, Kieran?
No, I'm not.
It looked like you were talking for a second. I couldn't hear you. Boop, boop, boop. Okay.
No, my ankle popped. It's the old age.
That'll get you. All right. You need to go because you're just attacking my hand every time I use the mouse. Look at him. Look at the criminal.
We took a puppy boy.
Okay. Dog, you got this beautiful new cat tree, so like, chill in it as a gift from your grandma. He's using it. Beautiful, beautiful. So that's good.
And
Y'all got to see
for the
Chad.
rest of the night, I'm gonna take some of the iron that I have and forge some musket balls.
Okay. Easily
Gonna
done.
spend, like,
Tinkers
Several
with
hours doing that.
Tinker's tools with your dexterity bonus and proficiency, please.
Add
Easily
6 to
done.
this.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. I'll say you're able to make 50 in that time.
Beauty.
Do with that what you will. That takes you until your like 4-hour rest starts or whatever,
Yeah.
but that's the rest of your night of work. Dusty and Gustav. So you make your way down the stairs with Gum Gum kind of holding this pot on his head as you make your way down. You return to the elevator, pull the lever, and descend into the caverns beneath your home. You hear the doors slide open behind you again. You all turn to see the altar exactly as you left it. Torches left by Blipsby still burning but beginning to dwindle a little bit. You probably need to refresh them at some point or another. And then you see in the back Violet is just entirely similar to how Dusty was in the hot tub. Violet has like her head curled backwards and up out of the hot tub and one arm kind of hanging up, like the front paw kind of hanging up out of the water on the edge, completely out cold and just soaking in the hot spring.
Well, she seems like she's having a fantastic time.
She's just out. She doesn't even hear you at all. Gum Gum's like, "Dragon sleep. Don't wake dragon. Bad idea."
Well, I'll just, we can just put the pot. Don't eat it all, Gum Gum. I know she's asleep. Leave her some
You see
for when she wakes up.
a smile just kind of tickle the edges of Gum Gum's mouth, and Gum Gum, try.
Okay, here, let me make this more, let me put stakes here so you
You have
have
steak?
more of a...
Gum Gum
No,
wants
okay.
steak.
I'm gonna put some stakes on
Prime
this so
cuts
you-
only, please.
You know what's happening here. If you eat all this and she complains to me that she's hungry in the morning, you're her breakfast.
Gum Gum, go fishing now. He just walks over to the edge of the cliff, looks down into the water below, and you see Gum Gum go whoosh, and perfectly just dive off the edge into the not, I guess at this
Get eaten
point
by a shark.
tide would be in, so it's a pretty like but only about a
so
10.
this is gentle
10-foot drop.
parenting. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
How long would it take Gustav to create his first batch?
Okay, roll me using your brewer's tools, we'll say, for this. This is when you're getting your brew set up. using your wisdom modifier. So D20 proficiency and your wisdom bonus, please.
D20.
I think your proficiency at this level is like...
So that's 24 plus proficiency 3 is 27.
You, through some miracle of modern alcoholism, are able to whip up a small batch of your secret reserve brew over the course, I will say, from the time you left the swamp when you got started until you got set up here and begin putting all of your different supplies together. So, by the time you guys leave, we'll say, you will have yourself a small stash of Gustav's special blend.
Okay.
There you go.
So, Gum, if you leave food for Violet before he jumps into the water,
Mhm.
you can have the first test of the first new batch of alcohol.
Gum catch fish for shiny men too, and jumps off and just disappears now. As he says that, you hear him shouting on the way down, and then just a very quiet splash from a very small guy. He just vanishes. You did not know Gum could swim. You don't know if Gum can swim.
I was gonna say, part of Dusty is just like, well, I'll feed him to her when I find his body down there, I guess.
Brutal. All right.
But with telepathy in Violet's head, you say, well, if you get hungry, we got some food sitting up here.
You see her kind of flicker eyes away. How long was I out?
I don't know.
Oh, that's nice. And she kind of gives a stretch and goes over without getting out of the hot spring. Just kind of coils her slightly longer neck over to the pot of stew and just face right in it.
Also, I'm gonna get ready to head for bed. I assume your bed's nice and comfy.
Oh yeah, I'm all good down here. It's pretty sweet. Could you use a little decoration maybe, but you know, cozy.
All the decorating's going to you. You decorate your own room. All right, that's all you.
I don't know how to do that.
Listen, we'll work it out. You just find things you think are interesting. We'll figure out a place to put it if possible.
Yeah, they didn't, decorating school is not, it's not a thing dragons do.
It's not a thing I did either.
You know what?
It was out of necessity.
When the little red fella gets back, I'll just have him hang some purple cloth up and around or something.
It's fair. Also, that's if he comes back. He did dive in the water to get fish. I'm hoping he swims. If not, then I guess more food.
Wait,
if you want it.
You said Gum jumped into the ocean?
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah, I was kind of counting on him to clean up around here a little bit. Not that I was planning to take advantage of your dragon lordliness or anything and your new cult following, but it's kind of dirty down here.
I need you to think back a short while to the cavern we found ourselves in, and then think of how clean that was. And that is what will happen if you rely on him to clean this.
Yeah, but he didn't have a dragon threatening to eat him.
He has a point.
Do I have permission to threaten him with eating him, by the way? That might be too much.
Well,
Some dramatic irony for you, just for fun. Just a little.
Start with threatening to eat his arm or leg.
You know what?
I'll start there. Yeah, start small. Dream big.
I give Dusty a thumbs up.
You know what? This one I'm okay with. Actually, I think I'm not opposed to this.
Okay, so house cats are off limits, but Gum Gum's okay. Got it.
Listen, he's got to do something
it's
real
fine.
bad. You can't just eat him for disobeying a little thing.
Like, yeah, okay, fine.
Listen,
It's
I
fine.
told him
It's good. I get it.
he would be your breakfast if he ate your dinner.
Oh, so
Which
you already
is-
you threatened him on my behalf to eat him. Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
it's okay for
well,
you, not for
Food
me.
is a necessity. Decorations, not as much.
Look around. It's drab.
I can't help you with that.
It's
What a motherfucking
It's
diva.
a fucking cave.
it's rocks and stones. That's
You
it.
have a whole temple or altar. What
Not
are
for
you
me.
talking
That's
about?
not my altar. I wish it was. That'd be pretty cool. Maybe if your Dragon Lord thing really takes off for us, we can. You see just a massive shit-eating grin on Violet's draconic face. She's very much enjoying taking the piss out of you for that one.
You know what? Threaten to eat him as much as you want, because he's the reason you keep doing that to me.
Good. Glad we understand each other. She finishes the stew and just slumps back into the water. Ah.
Well, I'm gonna go sleep.
Okay.
Although I did sleep in a hot tub for like 3 hours.
Same,
Sleep.
isn't it awesome? Ah.
It was very nice.
She just lays back again.
Yeah, I'm gonna head up, start getting ready for bed. Gustav, if you're gonna be up a while still brewing and whatnot, I'm like 80% sure Xechas has to be in his workshop, so he'll probably be up still.
Most likely.
I'll go check on him. Don't worry.
I will tell you wholeheartedly, I don't know where you're gonna sleep. I am locking my bedroom door.
I don't see the problem in that. I'll find a place to sleep.
Perfect. All right. He's gonna start heading up.
Gustav sleeps in the hot tub. Just wait. You
I
all
got Lehman's tiny hut. I'll just
You do.
pass out in the middle of the living room.
perfect. Perfect. I love that for you. You guys make your way back upstairs, returning to the main floor of your home. You see Vicarl kind of puttering around in your guys' room, Dusty. I guess, Gustav, you're going to be doing some brewing into a little bit of the night, so you would go into Xechas's workshop and see him. I'd say by that point you're making the musket balls and everything, but over the course of your time there, you kind of catch him at the end of his work. You go in, do some of your brewing for the night, and the evening begins to wind down. Xechas,
You do see
anything?
new Smith.
You do see a new Smith flying around. You see a new little robot kind of zipping around through the rafters and refamiliarizing himself with everything. In fact, when you come in, he kind of flies over to you, lands, and hits you with a...
He looks different.
So I've made some rather substantial improvements, as well as if you remember those ice methods that we fought, I managed to keep one of their heads and use it for him.
If it works, it works. It looks good. What else can he do? What the other one couldn't? Because you said that he got destroyed.
Yes, it was quite unfortunate. Well, he's a fair bit faster now as well. And I'll activate my armor, and it looks exactly the same as the sheen that's over him. I managed to put some of this into what he's got going on.
You see Smith kind of like... and takes off across the room faster than the previous version would have.
Good to meet you, little guy.
So I was just finishing up making some more ammunition for Dusty. But that's about it.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this thing set up, get the first batch brewing,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm probably gonna hit the sack.
Okay. You get your brew started and begin heading to bed. Xechas, you prepare for your rest until the morning. Vite, Carl, Dusty, as you guys both find yourselves in your bedroom together, any conversations you two would like to have, or are we sleeping through the night?
When Dusty
think-
comes into the room, you up?
Go ahead.
When Dusty comes into the room, I just, hello, hun, and I go to shut the door. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling quite rested after that hot tub.
As soon as I hear that, and as soon as you hear the door click, all you hear is just, I'm so happy to hear that. As my Carl kind of go, bones crunching a little bit as he kind of doof, doof, doof. Kind of doubles in size, definitely triples in hair as he turns into a giant gorilla. And he just turns around to you and goes,
That's new.
and he's just gonna jump towards you and tackle you onto the bed.
Fade to black.
Oh boy. I feel like there's a lot of noise that happens that is very odd to hear.
Yeah. It's real jungle in there, guy.
Oh yeah. Between wild shapes and polymorph, I can turn into a
Holy.
lot of things.
We went there.
Abracadabra.
And as we
Gonna ook-ook
fade
grab
to
ya.
black onto the sounds of the deepest, darkest jungle you can ever imagine, we will go to our break and pick up.
Guys,
Before
we're just
the
watching Tarzan,
following
I swear.
morning. Oh
Before
my
Gustav
god.
goes to bed, he'll hear the sound coming from the bedroom and just have silence on the entire bedroom so there's no sound coming out.
Nice.
Yes.
Love that for you.
I assume you're staying in the
In my house.
room with.
yes.
Okay.
There are chairs like around the table. There's a couple like comfier looking seats, and in the bathhouse there is like a kind of like couch, or I guess
Oh,
a
no,
single
I'll-
seater. There's plenty of
I'll
place to
take the
sleep.
couch then.
Okay, you go into the bathhouse and just kind of lay down on the large, very fancy, very well upholstered single-seater spot and doze off to sleep as you are comfortable in the knowledge that silence has been cast on the jungle next door.
There's no way I don't hear a gorilla and a tabaxi getting it on, so I'm gonna take the elevator downstairs.
Yep, you go down to the deep, dankest basement and find yourself...
No, I'm not gonna go into the cave. I'm gonna go into the generator room, so the hum
Okay.
drowns it out.
Fair.
And
All right.
rock. of
You
the
end your
earth.
evening in the generator space with your arcane generator powered by two crystal arcane capacitors, and you end the night there. And that's where we will take our break for today. We're gonna run a quick ad while we're at it, so if you need to hide away from Big Daddy Bezos, feel free to be my guest, but we do need to give him his due or he will take it either way. So may as well give it to him through ad revenue. We will be back in just 10 minutes here, so please do stick around and we will get to some fun action-y shit after the gorilla fucking. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be wild, everybody. I don't know how we top that now, though, to be honest with you. We love you guys. We'll see you next time in 10 minutes. Bye. Welcome back, everybody. Happy to have you here. Thanks for sticking around through the break and the ads. I appreciate you. You know us. We got to give Daddy Bezos his due. So we just run the ads during the break, and then pre-roll goes away for an hour, which we like because it's usually about the time we end the stream. Anyway, so jumping ahead a little from where we left off, the following morning, you hear outside the faintest bit of birds starting to chirp as spring begins to take hold on the land here. Things are beginning to come out of their shelters in the cold and making their way back into the more wild areas yet again. But you awaken to the sun beginning to crest over the eastern sky, and you all find yourselves well rested, probably for the first time since your journey began. You haven't slept in a bed, let alone one this comfortable, in some time that you can remember. You feel like when the Brotherhood of Masons was renovating your home, they improved some of your furniture as well. But you are all very well rested as the day comes to a beginning, and you all find yourselves kind of coming out of your rooms at the same time, unless there's any last-minute conversations you want to have before doing so.
I think Dusty wakes up a little early, kind of like he normally would.
Mm-hmm.
Think he's just gonna try to make his way out and about to do his thing that he normally would, as well as because he assumes Xechas is awake, so he's gonna go find Xechas
Mm-hmm.
and just be like, "Did you need to run into town as well? I still
I
gotta
could use
go."
some supplies, yes. And you see New Smith flying around. Yes, there were several things I could use, actually.
Oh, he's back.
Yes, finally got the little guy back going.
A little shinier.
Yes, I made some improvements.
Lovely. Can't wait to see the little guy work.
Yeah, he comes lands on your
I should
shoulder,
probably
hands you-
let. Well, I'm gonna let Vicarl know. I think he and Gustav went yesterday.
Yes, very much so. As the bird flies, quite literally.
Yeah, I just want to let them know that way. I guess if they missed any supplies they might need. So.
Sounds good. I'll be waiting at the front.
All right. He's gonna go knock on the outside of the hut.
Outside? Oh, of Leomin's tiny hut. I get you.
Yeah.
Gustav, you awaken to the sound of like a kind of like someone knocking on glass, but it sounds more echoey and hollow.
I'm sleeping in a bathhouse, though.
Oh yeah, you are
So
in the
there will be no
bathhouse.
one
That's
home.
true. That's true. Oh yeah. You eventually find Gustav in the bathhouse as he kind of opens the door and stretches out as he adjusts his armor back on.
All right. Me and Xechas were gonna walk to town. If you still need anything, I know you went yesterday, so figured I'd let you know.
Yeah, I'll join for a walk. It's nothing like a good morning walk to wake you up properly.
Yeah, well. Some
that
people
what-
are later risers than the others usually.
Yeah,
Although-
it seems like you and Vicarl had a wild night. Everyone heard.
Zahal starts shuffling awkwardly, looks down at his feet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's okay.
It's a
Silence.
perfectly
was blessed.
restful night.
No one else heard it.
I plead the whatever number is the
There are no
one
rights on this
in this
continent.
We don't have
continent.
that here. Sir, you're in the wrong place. This is a Wendy's.
And I'm gonna start making my way back to the bedroom to be like,
Okay.
There's a nut slap on your Adam's apple.
Vicarl, you kind of awaken as Dusty makes his way inside. You kind of like,
"Dare, morning.
dear.
I'm gonna make my way into town with Xechas and Gustav. If you want to tag along, or if you want to get some rest, still, it's perfectly fine. I know you flew last night, so
Yeah, I was kind of thinking I could maybe try something out there. I want to make it feel a little more like home for them, so I'm gonna try something today. No promises. You might just come back to a mutant tree. I don't know.
sounds like the perfect time."
Normal day for us, right? Ha! Let's go try.
He's gonna walk over while you're still in the bed. He's gonna lean down, kiss your forehead. You're like, "I'll be back."
Hurry back.
He's gonna make his way out.
Okay. You guys begin the journey to town. By this point, you know the walk well enough. You know the shortcuts you can take to kind of cut some time off. So say it's an hour each way round trip on foot. But you eventually will arrive in town. While that's happening, Vikarl, what are you planning to do in the time that they're traveling? It'll be about a 2.5, 3 hour round trip total.
Vikarl's gonna go on outside and, without really, making it known, he's just gonna go over to anywhere where is there any sort of foliage by the guest house?
Yep, there's a couple of little trees down there that are... I need to change it out for the summer map or the spring map, but there's
Fabulous.
3 non-pine trees and then there's 2 pine trees on either side as well.
I'm going to go over to that guest house and I'll sit next to those trees. And I'm just going to like crisscross applesauce and put my hands down on the ground and just start listening for that thumb that I heard before. And I'm just going to try every time I hear anything that could be a boom, anything that could possibly be a heartbeat, a rhythm, I'm going to just send whatever I can back. Everything in me, I'm just going to try and send it down into the ground backwards. So I'm going to try and do a rhythm. And I'm going to cast Plant Growth. I aim for 8 hours.
You can spend 8
Cast the spell
hours
over
casting
8
plant
hours.
growth? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to get really into the rhythm. I'm really going to listen for that. And I'm going to try and do sometimes it's more of like a back and forth call. Other times I'm really hanging in there, nailing the rhythm, but just trying to exude magic in a rhythm with nature. And all plants in a half-mile radius centered on this point become enriched for the year, and plants yield twice the normal amount. What I'd like is for everywhere around the immediate vicinity of these trees in the guest house, I'd like it to kind of become a little thicker with the water when snow starts to kind of melt a little bit here and there, and I want it to get a little more of a marsh-like quality.
You're going to swampify around your house? Within a mile of your house?
Not the whole mile. The whole mile, you'll start to see a little poop, 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 but I really want to focus swampiness in that one little...
Okay. I'm going to say roll me a nature check.
Love.
With advantage, because that's super cool. And I like
Bless you. And... Oh, yeah!
Okay,
19.
good. I was really hoping you did good on that one. So as you sit there and begin kind of focusing on the earth beneath you, the very pulse of the ground on which you sit, you focus and you begin feeling energy kind of radiating from your fingertips a little. You feel some plants beginning to grow over your fingers and up into your arms and around your shoulders. And as you've kind of rooted yourself to the ground here, you channel this spell over the course of, if you're going for 8 hours, you will see you won't catch the group coming back. You'll be completely absorbed in that concentration on it as you cast, but you just root yourself to the ground and channel all of your magic into this area. And as the snow kind of melts in between the trees, the ground becomes spongier and more or less absorbent. You see little pools of water beginning to form, and you create the semblance of a small-ish wetland around this 60-foot space within that spot and that spot. Just within the trees, there's a bit of swamp in the middle. The tree in the middle kind of begins to widen and twist and gnarl as it does so, and that's where we'll leave things, as you're just sitting there channeling your magic. Dusty, Xechas, and Gustav, what are you hoping to do in town?
Well, I gotta buy more gunpowder
Yes, you do need more.
and
gunpowder.
another powder flask.
Along the way, Xechas will pull out 30 of the rounds and say, "Oh, I was able to make a whole bunch of these last night. These are for you." And you
Oh shit! perfect. That's gonna save me a lot, to be honest.
Yes, as long as I can get the raw materials, which is one of the things that I need, it will be much cheaper than buying them pre-made. But I did say so myself. They did a quite good job.
Looking them over. Seem fine to me. Appreciate it. I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder.
Made some for myself as well.
Here, speaking of, he's gonna grab your powder flask. Here, you can have that
Returns
bag
it
now.
to you. Easily done.
I'm gonna try
thank
to
you.
pick one up while I'm in here.
So that would be a purchase you'd probably have to make straight from the
Sure,
company
Remy will have.
itself.
Right.
Yeah, they control
Yeah,
the
the
flow
weapons
of
related, yeah.
mostly like there will be random weapons, but specifically firearms and gunpowder
Yeah.
in particular is highly coveted by the TTC, and they tend to either buy it all or trade it all through their own suppliers. So you wander into town, you see the familiar walls of Fort Mistmere, these half stone brick that continue into a wooden palisade surrounding the base of the company itself, and then just a standard wooden log wall surrounding the rest of town, all the way to the river where the lumber mill is located. You make your way through the forest side gate and into town, up the little hill, back towards the company headquarters, where you're greeted by a open set of doors at the front of the, for lack of a better term, fortress section of this town. But there are 2 guards there with muskets and bayonets kind of resting on top of their left and right foot, guarding the entrance as you approach. They slowly close them. State your business, please.
I need to pick up a powder flask and some powder.
Purchase of supplies, see your way to the company warehouse.
Yep.
Let me just gesture for you to enter. Roll me a perception check or an insight check, your choice. Gustav, you as well. Everybody who's there. Okay. Xechas, you're really the only one to notice. But you notice that the fort seems more a bustle than it was when last you were here. People seem to be moving with a little more urgency. There's a little more rigidity to the routine and the processes here. And most importantly, you see people beginning to stockpile cannonballs next to all of the cannons that surround this fortress on the raised wooden platforms overlooking the sea. That's all.
I'm just gonna keep a thought to myself for the walk back.
Okay. You guys continue to the warehouse. Simple purchase for the sake of brevity. You're able to buy gunpowder, powder kegs, weapons, whatever you may need here. What are you looking for exactly?
He just mostly is looking for a new powder flask itself to pour it. He wants to get it filled, and then he'll probably buy at least one spare, smaller powder keg.
We should probably get 2 of the small kegs worth of gunpowder.
All right, fair enough.
Each of those small kegs is
one of
worth
them.
20 gold apiece. And the small powder horn to refill and reload everything is 5 gold. So it'll be 45 total.
Dusty will pay it.
You also, I will say Dusty at this point,
Thank you.
having purchased gunpowder many times before, this is a little bit of a higher price than you're used to paying for it. You pick that up right away, as if it's maybe a little more scarce, or they're trying to conserve their stocks a little more.
I think as they tell him the price before he hands it over, he's like, "Y'all running out? What the hell?"
No. With reports of the spring melt, there's legends of pirates making their way down from the northeast, I guess. We're just readying ourselves just in case something. It's I'll be surprised when there's not pirates in these waters, to be honest with you, but there's always a chance they meander down into the bay, and if they do, we like to be ready for them.
Are they like the disease thing that was happening around?
Not sure. There's some strange reports going on, but we've only just received word today, so still waiting on more information. And I'm sure if there's information that need to be shared with you, my superiors will reach out.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. I guess, well, what can you do? Fucking inflation, right?
We expect once this issue has been either, proven to be false rumor or dealt with by the Royal Navy, we expect prices to level out a bit more. I apologize for the inconvenience in the meantime. Thank you for your business.
It happens.
Quick question: if is there any need for anyone to produce gunpowder? I have experience in matters such as that.
I can tell you if someone happened to, find a way to produce gunpowder in a hurry, they would probably make a sizable fortune for themselves. You would definitely get on the company's radar with that kind of technology at your disposal.
Mostly would just be a matter of supplies. Suppose I should look into it.
Couldn't hurt. We're always looking to purchase from a reliable supplier. You're that lot that owned the place about an hour north, yes?
Yes, Souls United Cogs and Claws.
Yes, Suck. I
Pleasure.
remember. I heard about you.
Yes.
I'll tell you what. We'll call it 40 gold, and I'll knock off the powder horn. We'll call it a freebie.
Much obliged.
You never know when you might need a good deed returned. So, with pirates about, you can never be too sure. I'd rather keep you all well supplied. How have things been progressing for you?
I suppose it depends on what way you mean, really.
Well, we did see there was a large tent set up around your house, and we recognized the work of the Masons and Masons Stone Guild, and it seems your company has grown substantially. I would like to extend a formal offer as warehouse manager here at the fort. If there is any...
Quartermaster.
True, it would probably be the title if they wanted to pay me for it, but they don't, so it's warehouse manager for now.
Okay.
I never get paid what you're worth these days. But
That's
as I
true.
was saying, if you ever find yourself in need of food, supplies, powder, you can send a letter via Raven or a messenger of your own accord, and you're close enough we could see a delivery either later in the day or next morning, if you would like. And we would consider it a
Incredible.
business partnership between the company and one of our subsidiaries.
Fair enough. That's good to know.
Well,
yeah,
that's all.
The place is all done now, so
Oh,
all the construction's over.
well, I remember when I marched down some time ago, it was looking not ratty per se, but a little run down, so it's probably good you went and fixed up the visage a little bit.
It really was much needed. That last storm we had, leaked in through the roof a bunch, and couldn't have that anymore.
That'll happen around these parts. Well, I have much to cease to, so if that is all the business for today, don't forget to send a letter anytime, and we'll see you well supplied. For a nominal fee, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Everything on Vorosia is for a nominal fee. When will you learn?
You have a good day now.
You too, sis. Anything else you'd like to do in town as you kind of make your way out?
Let's go see Emmy. There are several things I need from her.
Okay.
Fair enough.
You make your way over to the general store where Emmy Saltwood and her new apprentice were working. Let me pull that up real quick here. Company tab. The saw and spyglass is waiting for you. You see the sign hanging over the door, familiar as always, and you do see a couple people kind of shuffling around on the inside, and you do through the front window see the familiar green face of Emmy Saltwood the general store owner with whom you've become so familiar. You make your way inside. Little bell ding, ding, rings on the door. You see Emmy kind of look up. She's haven't seen you lot in a while. Go on, take that in the back. I'll handle our customers here. What can I do for you? How have you been?
So, we've been busy. Good, but busy.
Busy man's making money in these parts, for sure.
Yes, well, there are several supplies that I need. I'm sure you have them all.
What are you in the market for?
Oh, well, there are several crafting supplies that I need. I need just some raw materials. I actually have something that I would ask if you're able to build for me.
Like piece of furniture?
Yes, exactly. We had some renovations done, and I was hoping that you could do a very nice desk up for me.
What size are you thinking?
Oh, and he'll kind of just think in his head to how big the wall is. A good size, probably about 5 or 6 feet wide, with drawers in it and a good backing as well.
You're looking for more of a writing desk type deal, or more of like a workbench?
No, more of a writing desk. Perhaps something that I could do drafting on as well, but nothing that would be, hammered on or anything like that. Something very nice wood would be nice.
Yeah, I can do that for you. Take a look around for whatever else you need, and I'll try to draw up some plans in the next couple days. When we wanting it by?
Oh, your time frame is fine. There's no rush. I'm sure there are plenty of important things the company has you doing.
Well, company's always calling. Tell you what, I can do it in about a week.
That sounds fantastic. Just name your price, and I'll be happy to pay.
That size, just an easy 5 gold. Nothing too expensive. It won't be the fanciest desk, but it'll be nice.
That sounds great. I'll take out 5 gold and give it to her.
Perfect. She grabs her pocket. Swing by, I'd say, with a cart or something in a few days, in about a week. Be a little too big for you to carry by yourself.
For sure, yes.
And then you can go around. What supplies do you need exactly?
So I wanted to get a bunch of copper and iron ingots, if she has those.
Mm-hmm.
I think I got copper from her last time. What else did I want? Just like some enchanting supplies. I don't really know what I need for that. Like, I want to start, like, not necessarily making magical items, but trying to infuse spells and stuff into shit. I don't know what I need to buy for that.
Yeah, each enchantment level has its own like gold cost, so it would be depending on the moment of what you would want to do, and then you just pay the gold fee, and it assumes you buy the supplies. So if there's an enchantment in mind you're working on, we can...
Yeah, I essentially wanted to enchant, like be able to put an enchantment, for starters, a cantrip on a gun, essentially, to be able to deal some extra fire damage with Firebolt, if that's possible.
I don't think there's anything that really increases the power of a cantrip, per se. Ow.
No, to enchant a gun with a cantrip type of thing. Is that even possible?
No, not per se. The cantrip is a spell you, as a caster, have to cast. But you could enchant something with something like, say, silence. That isn't an outright attack roll. If you wanted to make like a wand that gives you the ability to do Firebolt, I would consider that an enchantment of yourself. But turning a
or like
projectile
a self-mending
weapon.
gun, like that I can a gun that I can enchant, or an item that I can enchant with mending, so that if it breaks, it heals itself.
It's doable. It goes for common, you're looking for like 50 to 100 gold pieces. Uncommon goes from 100 to 500. Rares 500 to 5k, and then it gets ludicrous after that. Legendary items are like 50,000 gold to enchant.
Like,
level
more
of
based off of like a common magical item type of thing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I'll just like spend 100 gold and get enough for whatever common I think I can do.
Sure. easily done. We'll say you can
What
grab
about my-
100 gold worth of enchanting supplies to do a common spell. That's also like potion of healing would be 50 gold pieces to make, stuff like that. Also counts as an enchantment and I guess alchemy at that point. But like you could make a spell scroll of a cantrip as a common item as well that you could use. So that's all doable. But we have 100 gold of enchanting supplies.
Sweet.
If that's all, that's I guess 105 gold.
Perfect. And I'll hand over the 10. I'll pull out 10 platinum.
No, for the copper
that's
and
your-
silver and everything, it'll be another 10 gold, please. So it's
Okay,
one.
so I'll take out 11 platinum
There you go.
and 5 gold.
You already paid her the 5, so she just grabs
Yeah, true.
the 11 platinum. She holds it in her hand. She's like, you have been busy.
Danger pays.
She yells back, "Oi! We got to go to the bank, otherwise we're gonna get fucking robbed." She
That's probably not a bad idea.
puts them in her pocket.
Emmy, do you carry herbs, things like that?
Little bit. Supplies kind of low because winter and all, but we've got a bit.
I
What do you
mean,
need?
I haven't been around to really bring anything in a while either.
It's been a minute since you sold us anything.
I was looking for, well, stuff like nightshade.
Oh, looking for poisons.
Yeah.
Let me see what I have in the back. And she kind of goes around. You hear some shuffling around in the other room, and she brings out an old kit that looks not dissimilar to an alchemy kit. But as she opens it up, it's slightly different, and you see a poisoner's kit in front of you. There's a number of different herbs that have been kind of crushed and powdered into different vials and everything. Can't really sell that by itself, but I'll sell you the whole kit.
Oh man, I was because as she brings it out, he immediately recognizes it. He's like, I was mostly just hoping for the things to replenish, and he pulls his slightly out of his thing, replenish my stock.
Ah. Well, in that case, I'll tell you what. You give me yours, I'll give you this one, and we'll say I charge you 50 silver, 5 gold.
Works for me.
Slides it over. Not many people around here trying to buy poisons, and frankly, not a lot of people would buy poisons from a common shop. That'd be something you probably go to the less savory parts of town for, but thanks to you lot, we've got our Thieves
Listen.
Guild all cleaned out, hey?
True. Also, me and you both know the kind of things I've sold you. Let's
That's
be
fair.
real.
I do buy stuff sometimes, don't I? Well, if that'll be all, she kind of takes your kit, slides it off the counter, puts it down on the ground.
While
all
you
I
guys are
got.
talking, Zehos is just looking around and picking up things like some rolls of leather strap and some fucking small pieces of glass and like just little things to craft with. He needs to make some new goggles. A bunch of other shit he wants to make.
Fair. Absolutely valid. Anything else we're doing in town? As you kind of leave the store, he's like, "Bye, be safe. Don't get yourself into too much trouble."
Did
I'll
you
pick
still
another
need?
like 2 gold worth of shit.
Hey,
Did you
Gustav, do you
still
need
need
anything?
anything, Gustav? Or
No, I'm just pretty much here for the morning walk to sober up.
fair enough.
Walk it off the hangover.
Gustav doesn't really get a hangover because he's kind of used to it, but it does help him wake up more.
That is true. At this point, you have a natural resistance to being hungover.
No, I wouldn't mind seeing if the smithy has anything interesting, armor related specifically.
There isn't
Sold,
Fair.
he knocks on his shield. Oh, there
isn't
is
really a smithy in town. No, the trade company, like the warehouse you were in, is where you would buy weapons
Right,
and stuff
sure.
like
Okay.
There's a tailor shop, I think, right? That's what it was.
Yeah.
that. Something like that. Even then,
All right, never mind. I'll just
um,
make my own shield.
oh, there's the Heartsteel Smith & Co. We do have one. My bad. My
Oh,
bad.
okay.
Oh, yes. The other Goliath. How could I forget? I mixed up my
Right.
towns. The Goliath that Vikarl hates. Okay, yeah, just over the.
Could
I knew it wasn't
knocks on his
crazy.
dented
My bad.
ass, haggard shield that's been through so much. Could use an upgrade, or at least a
That's
replacement.
fair.
Okay, you make your way in, find yourself in the familiar blacksmith that I definitely did not forget about. And you see again, as usual, just over the anvil, the hulking Goliath form of Foz, and then you see Tig kind of leaning over the counter. He's just like, I could watch you do that all day. He draws his attention to you. Oh, hi there.
Hello.
Been a while since I've seen you.
Yes, we've been a busy bunch.
Where's your big friend?
He's doing something back at home. I don't really know.
Ah, busy bee, busy bee. What can I do you for?
Well, and he holds up his shield. I was wondering if
Ooh.
he had anything, a little bit less ready to break than this.
Basic shield, easily done. He just reaches behind the desk that he's currently leaning over and places a round shield, a rectangle shield, and a spiked shield on the table in front of you. That's more or less what we got, unless you want a special order or anything.
Don't have anything that's enchanted by chance, do you?
Not in the shield range at all, but if you're looking for a new sword, and he reaches under the counter and pulls out this gleaming long sword with this slight shimmer of enchantment. It's got a little bit of an extra punch, but he holds it hilt towards you.
Well, it looks very nice. That's not quite my forte.
He slides it back into the scabbard, puts it back under the desk in front of him. Other than that, we're running pretty low on enchanted things, I'm afraid.
That's all right. Is the round shield made of metal?
Yep.
Yeah. This one seems like it's most similar. I think this one will do. Pick up the round one and kind of try it out a little.
About the same, but it's a little heavier. Yours had like a little bit of wood and then just like a thin piece of metal over it. This is a forged piece of steel with a little bit of leather over the top of it and a large kind of metal rondelle in the center. But it is a little heavier than the one you're used to, but it will function just the same.
You can get used to it. Perfect. Yes, this will do just fine.
It has a little extra punch if you give someone a good bop in the face with it.
I'm gonna turn to Father Gustav. Stop. All right, thank you.
He sees you, Gustav, for the first time. He's like, now that is some fine-looking armor. I don't suppose you're looking to sell.
No, I'm good. Unless you want to trade for something better from me.
He reaches under and produces the same long sword he showed to Xeos. Huh?
I don't really use swords, and I take out my mace.
No one wants to buy the damn long sword. Why'd you buy this stupid sword in the first place? You see Goliath look up and just ding, begin hammering once more.
What kind of enchantment is on that sword?
It's just a little extra damage, a little extra accuracy. It's just a simple +1 enchantment above table. Help you hit a little bit harder. But not that hard. Just a little touch.
I think I'm good for now. I'll keep it with my old trusty mace.
Fair enough. Sell the damn sword
Yeah.
eventually, I'm sure.
Do you perhaps have some coal that I could buy as well? I'm running quite low.
I'd probably sell you some from our supply. There's a coal burner at the lumber mill. They usually handle the bulk trade.
Oh.
How much are you looking to purchase?
Well, knowing that they're there, that's good to know. But I don't suppose you have a couple bags that you could spare.
We're gonna make a trip soon
Pay
anyway.
for them, obviously.
Oi! Can you bring those over here? Goliath quenches his the blade he was working on, puts it down, goes and grabs 2 decently sized bags of coal and kind of carries one in each arm over to you and just plops them down on the ground. Honestly, like 4 silver pieces, and we'll call it a deal.
And how much for the shield?
Oh, yeah. I almost forgot about that one. Whatever the standard price is for... Do I have a shield?
It is 10 gold.
Yeah, so 10 gold. They charge normal
Sweet.
rates here. No inflations.
I'll pull out 10 gold and 4 silver.
He takes it.
You wouldn't happen to be able to make like specialty requests, perhaps?
And he looks over to Foz on the anvil. I'll be honest. As we've been getting older, it's been a little more difficult to produce things quickly, but what are you looking to have done? We might be able to custom order.
I'm not particularly great. Like, I know how to use them. Points to the rapier at his side. But it's not, natural to me. And then he raises his hand and his claws come out of his glove tips.
Oh,
He's like,
that would be
if,
handy in a fight, wouldn't it?
yeah, the problem is I was looking for like some gloves. Just standard, something leather. But I would like... I've ran into an issue where
You're
I have to
wearing
repeatedly...
Fingerless gloves right now? You want fingerless
No,
gloves?
no. I've ran into an issue where I have had to try to cut down limbs and break down wood in certain scenarios. It gets a little rough on the paws. So, if I could get like some metal like covers at the end of the gloves for when my claws come out, so I just have that little bit of extra cutting power,
Oh.
that would be quite nice.
You're like metal tipped leather gauntlet is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Ah.
Perhaps you could, put some spines in it so that they can't bend back all the way.
You see him kind of like looking up and mental mathing his way through this as his eyes kind of change direction. He's like calculating in his head. I'll tell you what. We've never done anything even remotely like that. We've made gauntlets before, so give us a few days to try to come up with something, and if you like it, you can pay for it. If not, you can just cover the cost of the product itself and any pieces we need.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if we fail, we'll only charge you half, and you can keep the result as a prototype. He
Sounds
smiles
like a plan.
awkwardly at you. He's like, that should do it. All right, we'll touch back in a few days, and we'll see what we can do.
All right.
He goes over and grabs a couple leather gloves off the wall that he's kind of had hanging up, and he holds your hand. He's like, just hand, please.
Here,
Or
here you go.
paw. He puts it out and he pulls it down over your paw. Kind of comfortably, you kind of wiggle your fingers down into the end of it, and you feel your claws hitting the leather. And he's like, okay, so about a medium. He grabs it and takes it over, grabs a matching set. Give us a few days. We'll come up with something. I promise you. You might like
Sounds
it. You might not.
fantastic to me.
We'll do our best. Is there anything else we can help you with? You sure you don't want the sword? You in the armor there. You sure?
I'm good. Thank you very
It's
much.
a really great sword. It's been blessed by Oi! What's that god you're always rambling about? Fuzz just looks up at him. He's not in a talking mood. Bless you! It just shows you.
I'm gonna take my bag of holding, just kind of cram it over the fucking bags of coal.
Yeah,
Make them disappear.
it's doable. You're getting a decent chunk of stuff in there, but you are able to finish all your shopping for the day. If there's nothing else you want to do in town, it's about an hour trip back.
That's it.
Okay, everyone good?
Heading
On the way back, though, I could
Grunch.
probably make some gauntlets like that for you.
Fair. If they don't have like a good blueprint and I end up paying them the half, I'm just gonna give you the prototype and then see what you can do with it. I
Okay.
kind of already told them about it, so if you made one, I'd feel bad, I guess. Now,
So consider it.
I guess I could have two different.
Something to think
Looks at
about.
both his hands.
We'll see. Yes.
You get a grabby claw and a sticky claw.
This
So-
one's for cutting, this one's for stabbing.
There you go. You guys begin making your journey back to town, making pretty quick work of it. And I'll say, as like probably 3-hour round trip comes to a close, you arrive back at the house to find Vikarl sitting, leaned into the ground in front of the hut in this little grove of trees with these vines and roots growing up his arms and across his torso, and down into the ground below as he's channeling this
And a
magic
very
into it.
specific colored flower. It's a very
Oh, that's
sickly
pretty.
looking flower, purplish kind of, and it's got little red outlets and a very sickly gray almost stalk. Yeah. Bop.
Is it gonna be
Yeah.
toxic to the children?
I was thinking of a corpse stamen flower for a sec.
Yeah, because when you
flower
get
is
right
that?
into it, I drew it.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's what I was doing while they were shopping.
Ah,
You would imagine if you get like right close to it, it's very frail looking. It almost looks like you would fall apart when you touch it. And when you get right in and smell it, it's got a smell of like damp earth.
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gonna have to come up with a name for your flower at some point. But you all see Vikarl. His eyes are closed, and he's just channeling everything into the ground. You see closer to him, these flowers beginning to sprout. The snow around is melting. There's a small bog or swamp forming between the trees here, but even the trees around you notice are already starting to change from their winter colors and beginning to grow new buds and sprouts on them. And it seems nature is coming alive here at the House of Cogs and Claws, as Vikarl is channeling all of his druidic magic to make it happen.
When Gustav sees Fight Call entangled and shit, he just looks at us. He's like, "Is he okay?"
Dusty goes, "Oh shit, the swamp's trying to take him again." Starts walking that way, like, oh god damn it.
Okay. You make your way over, and you know how to recognize Vikarl casting a spell at this point, as he's just completely enraptured in his concentration on this.
He walks up at first, he realizes what he's doing. Never.
You cut out a,
Starts back.
you cut
Says,
out a
all
little
right, never mind.
bit. Mhm. Okay.
Heads back.
Vikarl, I'll say you're able to say something or respond in that moment if you'd like.
I would druid craft just a little heart symbol that comes out of like a little acorn, just a little heart.
There you go. A little flower heart appears on one of the trees hanging over the swamp.
Oh, he gloves you.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
And there's just a little cripe of a smile when Dusty comes close.
As you all see that, you look over and see in the house, the front window, there's just 10 faces all awkwardly pressed against the windows, trying to get a view out as to what is happening outside.
Seems like they could use some entertainment.
I can imagine it's at least something to look at that isn't wall.
In the last window, you see one of the windows between the kids' faces, a large green troll face pressed against the glass, so his big nose flattens against it, and you just see eyes just staring at the swamp Not at Vite Carl, not at the flowers, just the massive, quickly forming swamp area with this large gnarled tree that now you notice is growing ever wider piece by piece, and he's just staring at it. You see all the kids kind of pressed awkwardly to the side as Goomba Bad takes in the sight of what will probably be his future home.
Well, I'm gonna leave him to his devices as he gets all that finished up.
Mm-hmm.
I think we should go inside and make sure that Goombabat is not squishing the other kids, because I can't do another ritual.
You see one of their head
Every
pop like a
time.
gusher. No.
Pop goes the child.
I think he's spent enough time around those kids. He's probably got a good grasp on how to be careful around them, I would imagine.
You're probably not wrong.
I get to go grab my daughter and have a conversation with Thunder Daddy.
Oh. Do you want us to join you just in case things go, sideways?
This should be fine. Vicar's doing this thing. I don't think things are gonna go poorly. It should be all right. For the most part, I think me and him have a decent understanding that we're both trying to keep her safe, at the very least.
All right, well, I'll have to head to my workshop then. Let us know if you need any help.
Well, I'll have Gum Gum come get y'all if something goes wrong.
All right, I'm gonna head to my workshop.
I'm gonna join Zeus.
Okay.
You see the doors opening before we get to them. Using Mage Hand.
You walk through
Nice.
the open doors while Vite Carl's outside casting. Dusty makes his way downstairs. What are you guys doing in the workshop real quick before we get to Dusty? Because that'll probably be what we close out on.
I'm just unloading everything that I just bought.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check the progress on the boost.
Roll me
And if
Brewer's
there- if
Kit
there-
using your dexterity and proficiency this time as you begin stirring the mixture and trying to help it along a little faster.
Plus
Like
3 is
guidance
10.
him?
With 10, you can guidance him, yeah.
Sweet.
With plus 3, you're at a 10. So with a
Yeah.
D4 for guidance, go ahead and roll.
13 total.
Nice.
Doable. You're helping it along a little bit. You're not making it go any faster, but you didn't slow it down per se. And you can feel the ingredients beginning to come together. And as you kind of bend down and take a whiff of it, you begin to smell the familiar concoction starting to brew.
Nice.
All right. Dusty. Make your way downstairs to the elevator, pull the lever, descend yet again to the depths below. You hear the sound of waves crashing against the side of the cliff down below to the entrance where Violet will have to make her way in and out. And as you step through the open doors, you see Violet and Gum Gum kind of both sitting on, she's on her large bed and he's on like a pile of scraps that it looks like he pulled from the sea, that he's kind of begun resting on at this point, but they're sitting side by side, eating the remnants of the stew that they've just heated by like sitting over in the shallow waters of the hot spring for a bit.
Good to see you ain't dead. Thought you might have drowned.
No, Gum had fish to stew. You want? And he kind of leans the pot towards you, and there's just a full fish head floating around in it.
I might, maybe in a bit.
Violet's like, "Are you sure?" As she sucks down a fish tail. It's really good.
Yeah, I'm sure. Me and you, we gotta I know you had a conversation with him while you were in there, but I would like to ask him some things. So me and you got to go have a conversation with our large, thunderous friend.
Yeah, that's probably fine. He seemed in a better mood last I talked to him. She looks into the stew pot, grabs one more bite of fish, slurps it down, and Gum Gum's kind of like eagerly sitting on the side, like, Gum Gum wants dragon ritual?
Well, sure. It's going to be a thing. It's not going to be much of a ritual, really. I need you, if I start bleeding profusely or something seems off or wrong, please do go upstairs and tell the others.
Okay, if Dragon Lord die, Gum Gum tell friends.
Preferably before I'm dead.
Before Dragon Lord die, Gum Gum tell friends.
Perfect. Like,
right before.
No. A decent amount
at the
before.
precise moment of death.
Fuck up. Ah.
Gum Gum understand.
what?
Gum Gum
Okay.
understand.
All right. God. He's just gonna put his hand on Violet and just go, shelter. As he holds the necklace, intending to bring both of them in.
Okay. Both of you feel the world kind of vanish around you temporarily as both of you make your way into the amulet that holds the soul fragment of Theron Ethil, the Lord of the Thundering Skies. And when you arrive in the familiar demi-plane of kind of tumultuous storm clouds that are ever churning amongst each other, you find yourself in a bit of a calm part of the storm.
Whew, this is a lot better than last time.
It will take some getting used to, I'm sure. And you turn and you see a man with long, flowing white hair, a long, pointy white beard. Welcome.
Huh. This is new?
As you have grown in power, so too have I. I am able to assume a form that my people once found pleasing. And you notice, like, these scales that are kind of going out from under the eyes and weaving into the beard and into the skin underneath that shimmer this ever kind of faint, light bluish sapphire color. Then it returns to just a normal skin.
I gotta say, it's a hell of a lot easier to actually listen to you talk than it is to put the emotions of a storm together.
You think it was hard to understand. Try speaking only in thunder and get back to me.
Well, can't say I have that problem, at least.
We have much to discuss. Come.
Yeah,
He turns as you kind of begin mumbling your first sentence, and he waves his arm, and you see a large peak of a mountain kind of appear through the storm clouds, and he walks up to a small plateau up a short hill, and you find 2 stone chairs there, sitting face to face.
he's gonna look down about it. This is so much fucking fancier.
She looks at you, she's like, yeah, this is new. He kind of, as he's walking up the side of the embankment, this is my domain, after all. I do have some power left. Sit with me,
Well,
please.
yes. Right away, he's gonna start heading up.
Yes, sir.
I
Sit.
can only assume that you know we found the altar to your old flame.
Not mine. She was the wife of our lord.
Oh. I must have got my stories mixed.
You do remember, yeah. No, she's the partner of Voros, the wife.
Wow. That's a lot different, actually.
I'm sorry you thought otherwise. but I am far
Ah.
far less than worthy of such a person. He raises his hand as he does. A small table made out of clouds up here with 2 teacups on them. A little steaming tea. Grabs it, has a sip.
Well, sure.
I
He
was-
just grabs the tea.
Aware of your discovery. That is why I was hoping to speak with you before you, attempted to step onto the altar. That would have been a mistake.
Yeah, no, after hearing about what happened to others, I was really hoping to have you, and given my false impression that you were a lot closer than I thought. I thought you'd have much more wise words. But, I mean, out of everyone I know, the wisest words I can get are going to come from you anyway, so. I don't really expect many other people other than you to know what the hell I might be in for.
There are some, but you will not find them here. Though, as he looks to Violet, I expect you will encounter them, sooner or later.
Yeah.
Your next step is obviously clear to you. Step onto the altar and prove yourself worthy. However, you'll find the lady's challenge far more aggressive than my own. She was not left here without protection, as I suspect some may have learned already. And her guardians are fierce. You will need your friends for this. And no small amount of luck.
Yeah, that's about what I was expecting. Can I, I've been thinking about something, and I'm curious.
Yes.
Sylvi Morderas,
Hmm.
do you know if he had any contact in any way
Oh, he
with
is...
any dragon?
He is tied up in all of this. But in what way I cannot say, for I do not know. But what I can tell you is Saul had many friends across this kingdom and others. You may have more allies than you yet know, and even more enemies still.
No, man. Yeah, no, that checks out. Maybe this is just me talking gibberish to you and you might not even give a shit. But I've been trying to kind of wrap my head around why me, of all people.
That is a question
just a cat.
asked by many people who have had destiny thrust upon them. Your friend with the mechanical heart. I'm sure he's asked himself the same question many times. As has your druid friend, he says with a little bit of spice. He is unique. I've never seen one with such natural power so, well, until recently, disconnected from the natural world. Not to mention that priest you're traveling with. Could probably drink half of this island under the table if he wanted. Yet he may have a stronger heart than all of you.
After the shit I seen that man do, I wouldn't doubt it.
It is a strange thing when I see the gods of other nations laying their hand on what was once my domain. Interesting world we live in. but he is a friend and you will need him.
No, I'm fortunately surrounded by people I can count on.
That is
So
a
that's
rare
good.
thing in this place. Treasure it.
I don't know how much you can inform me of or how much you might know.
Do it.
Gonna have to deal with the Guardians themselves, I imagine.
It will be a fight. Not an easy one.
The lady. Lady, Renadurak. Temperament-wise, heat check level, how, am I gonna have to deal with worse than thunderstorms, or...
Well, how to put this politely? While I may be of a tumultuous nature, I am consistent. The lady is like the season she changes, ever shifting in her moods and temperaments. Some days she will breeze against you like a cool summer wind, and other times she will walk directly in front of the camera like an invasive cat creature, ruining my vibes. And other times...
Oh, there she goes, right now!
There she is, wow. It's crazy. It's wild. And other times she will bite at you like the coldest of winter tempests. But her temperament is most often a reflection of those she is speaking to. So if you prove yourself and mind your manners, and he looks over to Violet, raises a semi-judgmental eyebrow, and that goes for you too, you will be just fine. He looks back to Violet. Don't expect her training to be as forgiving as mine. That goes for you as well. I can tell you she is the wisest of our order after our master himself, and if anyone has answers that you are seeking, it may just be her.
That is fantastic to hear. I'm hoping. You know, I put a lot of thought about, proving myself worthy when I was hearing what the Guardians said from Blipsby. I'm glad that me and you are at a spot where I think, at least for the most part, you deem me worthy enough. But I was also thinking to myself, at the end of the day, making sure I'm worthy to you guys is important. But one of you already chose me worthy, and definitely the most important.
I can
He
tell
looks
you,
down to Violet.
she is the only one who truly matters. That being said, you may want to put a nice face on for the lady. It wouldn't hurt to impress her a little bit.
Yeah. Let's hope I catch her on a good day.
Well, she's been slumbering for nigh on 1,000 years, and my understanding is a coven of hags just sought to pervert everything it is she stands for, and you stopped them, so if she was ever going to be in a good mood, I suspect it will be now. Though don't expect to have a conversation in the outright. It took me some time to regain all that you see before you. He gives a very Vicarly hand gesture. He's like, bam.
I work on my emotional reading, I suppose.
Say please and thank you, and mind your manners. You'll be fine. With that being said, I can maintain in this form no longer. I need to rest. So, one final gift I can give you as a sign of appreciation for all you have done for her and me. And he waves his hand, and you're buffeted by, just like in your chair, just a entire face full of whirling, churning clouds that completely block your sight from yourself and Violet. And then as your vision clears, you find yourselves now standing on that same plateau as a great sapphire dragon begins twirling around the peak, long and more snake-like, not like the traditional red or chromatic or metallic dragons, but much more serpentine, with this long spine of sapphire gems weaving down its back. And as it coils through the air, it loops back towards you, and as it comes down towards you and Violet, you see him open his mouth, and this bead of bright blue beginning to form. You hear a piercing sound as your ears begin to ring loudly. I need you to roll me a Constitution saving throw for you and Violet, please, as he uses his debilitating breath ability on you. Nice. I'll say roll with advantage on that one.
Violet.
Okay. Well, Violet's definitely ooh, fuck. Okay. Why did that not go through? Okay, I need to roll 10d10. There's 6. There's 4. You take 74 points.
You die.
74 points of thunder damage. Unconscious immediately. Okay. That's fine. Violet, however, succeeds, so she will take half for 32. No? Maths is hard. It was 74. Fucking
30,
goddamn.
37.
37, 37. So she takes 37 points of thunder damage as well. And you snap awake as you are knocked unconscious. It's almost off-putting having the reverse of what normally happen to you. You snap out of the amulet and find yourself laying flat on the ground. Your entire body is racked with aches and pains. Your nose is bleeding into your teeth. You can taste the bitter, coppery taste of blood in your mouth. And you look over as Violet is kind of like hunched in a ball, standing up, and you can't help but wonder if she is okay. As you run over to Inspector, kind of crawling and getting yourself back to your feet, she kind of uncoils herself, and you see where she was once just this pure shade of brilliant purple. There's a little bit of blue sapphire now dotting the spines along her back. And as you see that and have to process that information, we will pick up from there next week. Because we're 2.5 hours in, and I need to go to the bathroom and make my dinner before I go to bed. So,
Fuck me.
as you have finally achieved the awakening of the amulet of Theron Ethel, you gain a small amount of his power. And we will see what happens with that when we come back next. Vitekarl will finish casting his spell, and we will see what happens next. I'm very excited. I hope everyone had fun. I know I did. Be sure to catch us next week as we conclude this little coming home adventure. And then we're off to new and strange locations. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to, open the floor to the homies below me again, so they can all say their goodbyes to you, starting with Ryan. Go ahead, buddy.
Oh, darling. Keep an eye out for me. I'll be streaming all sorts of random times. You never know, so just keep an ear out.
Sounds good.
You're special.
You're all special. So special. JTV, you next. What do you got to say to the peeps?
Oh, yeah. Keep an eye open on the Discord channels or notifications, or if you're just on Twitch, I might be on there at some point. Who knows? We'll see what work does to me this week. Otherwise, maybe social media, but that's about all the places that I might let know.
Please keep us posted of any streams. I'd hate to miss one, okay? Here's a shout out for you. Kieran, moving on to you, buddy. What do you got to say to the good peeps?
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. For the time being, I think it's safe to assume that I'm just gonna be here on Monday evenings.
Valid.
So yeah.
And until you return
Tune
to
into
work.
that. Until I return to work, until I feel better. So yeah, let's keep it at that.
I want to say get well soon and like feel better, but at the same time, we're really enjoying having you on the stream. So like, take your time. Do it at your own
I
pace.
will.
Don't rush it, buddy.
Like I said, it's gonna
Don't
be at least. Well, 25th of July is the last day that the shop is open, and then they're closed for 3 weeks. So it's safe to say halfway through August.
We got him, baby! I love to hear it. And everyone, I've shouted out and linked everyone in the chat, so go show some love to those three. Chris, the only person who does not stream here. Eventually we might get him, but we'll see. Do you have a fun animal fact to close the stream out for us, buddy?
Give me a second.
Suspense is killing me.
This is your whole thing.
Jaguars are the only big cat that rarely kill large prey through a traditional throat bite and suffocation, like lions and tigers and other predators like wolves do. Instead, they bite directly through the skull and pierce the brain. Lights out.
That
Dusty-
fuck.
Dusty, you need to learn that trick. You need to learn that trick for in-game. That'll be handy.
Cat.
You're gonna have to keep that one in the back pocket.
Here's a badger-related one. Honey badgers will suffer hundreds of bee stings to eat some honeycomb.
Same
They've been
dog.
stung to death trying to get at the honey.
All of that
Get
wonderful
that honey.
animal stuff having been said, we're gonna raid Ren. We haven't raided Ren in a while. I don't even know if I've followed on this channel yet, so I gotta make sure I do that. Honey Badger, don't give a
Yay.
fuck. Absolute vibes. So we will be back next week with the same, same place, same time. Hoping to catch you all there. In the meantime, keep an ear out for
We actually
updates.
won't be here next week.
Why not? Oh, because you're busy with your mom. I will plan a
Yeah, we're
one
taking
shot
a
or
week
something
off.
for next week. I'll figure something out. Either way, some of us will be here next week, and then you can catch us again to continue our campaign after that. In the meantime, y'all be good to each other. I love you muchly. Y'all know the thing. I have been David Patrick, your DM. These have been my friends, and you all have been awesome. We'll see you next time. Bye, everybody. If you got the raid emotes, drop them in there. That one, too. I like Ryan's more. Bye, everybody. We love you.